welcome to a new video on my channel. My name is Tessa, I'm a video maker and photographer, and today I'm going to talk about what you really need to know before you're going to start as a freelancer video and photography. And I'm not talking about how to create videos or how to make a portfolio. I'm just going to talk about some stuff you might not really realize that comes with being a freelancer, and it's actually some adulthood. So let's start. Know about your taxes. You have to know the rules within your country. What are the taxes? How much taxes are they? Do you need to pay taxes? For example, I'm living in the Netherlands, but we have certain rules for small businesses, so we don't have to pay taxes. It's so important that you know what to do, because I have made the mistake in the first time that I totally forgot all about it, and then I had to pay because I forgot to fill in my taxes and it sucks. So you really need to make sure that you know how to keep on track with the invoices you send. What are the taxes? What did you receive? And you know, especially when you start out as a freelancer at my age, it's just something you don't really learn in high school. Sure, if you go to a business school, then obviously you got that. But for example, currently I'm in a college where I learn about media, and they say you can become a freelancer, but they never teach us anything about doing your taxes. So really get into it before you even start a business, because first of all, you need to make sure that you write in before you even get paid, because otherwise it's just black money, and yeah, we don't want that, because if they find out, you are screwed. Make a little Excel file where you put in everything on the left, like, okay, this is what I've done, this is what I got, these are the value of the taxes, do I have to pay it or not, and then you know what to do. So where do you put your portfolio online? It's always a question, because obviously you do need a website because you want to look professional. You want to have a website where people can go to, especially when we are in this age. And yeah, I mean, your clients who have the monies, they are just a little bit older. They are the older generation, and they might not be used to having a portfolio online on Instagram or Facebook. So if you got a portfolio on your Instagram or Facebook, that's great. Like, it's very easy. If people want to look up what you're doing, then they can go to your Instagram page or your Facebook, but it will never be the high quality they need. So you need to have a website where you can put online a lot of high quality content. Obviously you can put it online on YouTube for a video maker, but make sure that you have a website as well where you can put in those YouTube videos or Vimeo videos, or you can actually upload those videos into the website as well, and make sure that you have a high quality. And for photographers as well, especially for photographers, your Instagram photos and your Facebook photos will not look as professional and as high quality as on a website. So I would really recommend to create a website where you can put on everything you have created. Obviously the best things, what you have created in the last year or two, or whatever you have created, make sure it's the best you have ever made. And I mean, hopefully people appreciate what you're doing, what your work is, and they will hire you as their video maker and photographer. Also, I just wanted to make sure that you know what to do with the portfolio. So a few years back, I have created a video on how you can create a portfolio. But if you want to have a video about what to put into it and how to be diverse and what to pay attention for, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to create a video on it. Keeping in contact with your clients and make sure that you know everything what they want. I have made the mistake where I didn't really knew, for example, what they exactly wanted, also because they didn't really knew themselves. You need to have a lot of conversations before you're gonna start film or make photos, because you simply don't want to end up that they're like, oh, that's not what we expected. And then the whole photo shoot or the whole video making process has been done, and you put a lot of effort into it, and your clients are not happy and they will never come back. You don't want that. So make sure that you will keep in contact with your clients. As soon as you have a question about what they want, keep on asking them. You rather spam them with mails or calling them, just to make sure that you know what they want. is so important, because otherwise, what I said, they're not gonna be happy and it's been all for nothing. Yeah, just make sure that you have some conversations before you even say yes to the project. Also take a look if those clients, those people you're working with are the people you want to work with, because it's so much easier if you enjoy your clients and that you can work together as a team to create something beautifully, instead of just being there and create something and you don't even really care about it. What is also very hard is to know what you are worth. You need to have a certain amount of money what you can ask your clients, and as soon as you start out, then those prices will be lower than you probably would want. You probably cannot make a living out of it. But if you start out as a graduated video maker or photographer and you have already for free perhaps create a portfolio and your work is just very strong and people say your work is good, then why would you start on low? I have made the mistakes that I didn't ask for a lot of money, and I'm now at a point where I'm like, well, I know my work is good, so I'm gonna ask for that money. And if they don't want to pay for it because they think it's too expensive, then go on to some student who doesn't know what to do with it, and you end up with a lower quality of content. Look around on some websites, like what for kind of content do they make, so what for kind of photography or for kind of videos they create. If that's similar to yours, then maybe you can see if they are putting their prices online and make it a little bit similar, and just know what you're worth, or what you want to ask from your clients as the amount of money. Yeah, because if you're just hired, or if you're just getting hired and they're gonna say like, okay, what do we have to pay? And every single time you're thinking, well, I don't really know, I just put it lower than I should because then I will get the assignments. I've made that mistake. It's really annoying. And also, as soon as you start out with saying a low price in the first assignment and that particular brand or client will come back to you, they're gonna be like, okay, why are you more expensive than you were the last time? Like, we don't see any difference. Like, you cannot really explain to a client like, well, I got better and I have better quality, so now you're gonna pay a lot more than you did the last time. That's a very difficult conversation, so you want to start at a good point. As soon as you're gonna work with people, for example, actors or people who are just being in that video just to do something and being shown in that video, make sure you're gonna use some quitclaims. And a quitclaim is basically a little document where they have to put their signature on, and it says, okay, so we can use this kind of a project, this video, this photo, for this certain amount of time, and you're not gonna be bad about it. You're not going to say all of a sudden, well, I don't want this to be online anymore, so these are my portrait rights, and yeah. So as soon as they're doing that, but you do have their quitclaim, they cannot do anything because they have agreed that you can use their faces, their body, as a marketing outcome. You just have to make one simple template and you can just adjust every time when you do a new project. So for example, you say, okay, so for ... project, we're gonna use it for ... long, which also can be like for infinity. You are going to agree with us, this is your name, this is the date you're signing it, this is where you're signing it, and put down your signature. As soon as that's done, you're just good to go and create those videos and also publish it. As soon as you start a project, you really need to know a little bit about time scheduling. How long does it take to record something or to edit something? Because if you don't know how long it takes, then you cannot say to your client, okay, so it's taking this much hour, which means that it will be this amount of money, and then they never can agree on it because clients always want to know, what does it cost? But you don't know what it costs if you don't know how much hours you're gonna spend on it. And if you're gonna spend some hours on it and it might be more than you have said before, then you're doing more time, and you cannot say to your client, well, I'm spending more time on this than I actually thought, so you need to pay more. Like, obviously you can say it as soon as they're like, well, you really need to adjust something, and then you just say in front like, okay, I can adjust this, but it will take me more time, so you will need to pay more, and then you're going to adjust it. But in the meantime, before you're gonna start something, so before you're gonna record or before you're gonna edit, just make sure how long it takes and just discuss it with your client. I just said something about adjusting, and I mean making changes. It could be that you create a very beautifully video or taking photos, but they really want to have some other footage or some other photos into this project. Okay, cool, but that means that there's more time to edit because you need to edit some other pictures, or you need to edit the whole video to get in some other footage, which takes time. You can ask them for some money, but you can also just make sure that you know in front, like, okay, we are going to do 2 adjustments and that will be valued into the invoice already. So they know that as soon as everything is done, they're gonna pay for this. They will have 2 adjustments where they can change everything. You will do that for that amount of money you have already agreed on. And as soon as that's done and they want to have more changes, then they're going to pay more for those adjustments. Again, something you need to do before you're starting a project. And the last one is let them pay first. There's been so many times, I mean, luckily not in my case, where you send out the project. So you send out your video, you send out the results of the photos, and then they're not agreeing on it and they don't like it, and then they're not gonna pay it. But you have already given their photos, and next time you will see that they will use those pictures anyway. To prevent all of that, you can easily just use a watermark. So for a video, you can put some watermarks throughout the whole entire video, maybe even use a lower quality. That's the same with photos. You can send out lower quality pictures with a watermark on it. You can also just send high quality, but then you make sure that everywhere there's a watermark, and they know, your clients, they know that you have made the video, that you have created the photos, that it looks good. The only thing they need to do is pay you. You will send the original files, or not the original files, obviously the high quality without watermark files, and you're good to go. Everything is fine, everyone is happy, and that's just lovely. That's it. That's what I wanted to tell you before you're starting as a freelancer for video and photography. These are a few mistakes I made. These are a few mistakes I see with other people, and this is just how you can prevent them and what you really need to know before. So I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!